Welcome to another episode of Outkast Radio. My name is Chris O'Toole. I'm your host for tonight, along with my beautiful producer, Gwen Johns. How's it going tonight? Or tonight?
Good. How was it going there?
It's going good. It's hot. It's hot.
Yes.
Like hell hot. I had to turn off fans, so I can do this show, or you're just going to hear white noise in the background. Because it's like hot now. Look, it's not hot as it is where you are and like where Dave is. For some reason, it just missed us. I mean, it's still hot, but it's not like in the triple digits that it is over there. Now, we would have those triple digits too, but not like how y'all have it and so forth. I mean, it's just like, it's bad. It's just really bad.
Yeah. Right now, it's only about 80, but it's storming.
Yeah, see, and this is what I'm saying, man. If Donald Trump wasn't a part of that Epstein file, this is hell right here. This is what we're feeling. We're feeling everything from what them fuckers did. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like,
come on.
It's like,
hey, let's get like Dave's input on this. You ready? You want to introduce him?
So, I have a very special guest. All right, and what I mean by special, we ain't banging. Okay, he's my business partner, Dave. Come on, Dave. Come on down, Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks. How you doing? Thank you.
I'm good. So, but when you said special, I didn't know if you meant like ear-biting special, or if I'm just like your special guest. So, I'm not special, everybody. I'm just.
But there we go. See, look, yeah, we're
making things happen. We're making awesome things. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Sal, hey, Sal. 100. It's 100 there in Oklahoma, man. Look, dude, I believe
Oklahoma.
That shit. Yeah, I mean, because like, look, we would go
Sal.
like the past few years, we would go to Arkansas, and go to Oklahoma because where we were going in Arkansas was just right across the border. And I mean, that's hot. That Oklahoma is hot. So
it's humid here in the South. It is.
It's not humid in Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo, New York, it's been 90s. It's been 90s every day. It's humid. I would have an afro if I didn't have this hat on. And I'm an Italian, so how do I get an afro? I have no clue.
Man, y'all have afro. Look, I got it. I just keep mine short. I don't want to scare kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have chia pet hair, so it's good in the wintertime. It grows real fast. You don't have to put water on it or anything like that. We're in a dark place.
We make can Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks officially just call it? We're gonna make our first ever chia pet. And we're going to make it Chris. We're going to do the Chris Chia Pet for Mr. Mustachio's. And you can sprinkle the beef jerky seeds all over her head.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the beef jerky will happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you. Look, it will sell along with Clap On.
Absolutely.
Clap on. Clap off the clapper.
Oh, yeah. I wish that worked in the real world. Like, I need money. Clap on. Give me some money.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna eat me some beef jerky, some Mr. Mustachio beef jerky, dill pickle.
Oh, jerky buddies, hold on, buddies. What do you got?
I got dill. I got dill pickle.
Dill? You did dill pickle?
Yeah,
I got dill pickle too.
Act like I don't know how to say.
You got a bag of dill pickle?
Huh?
We're gonna have to mail. Can we mail Gwen a bag of dill pickle?
You were sold out by the time I got around to you this weekend.
Oh.
All right.
We'll get you some dill pickle. I'll put some in the mail for you.
That'd be cool.
It's very zesty.
Zesty? Where do you get zesty from? It's very like, what's that flavor?
Dill.
Yeah. With it. Worcestershire sauce. I could taste the Worcestershire sauce. I could taste the dill, and I could taste the pickling.
Yes, I can taste the Worcestershire.
Yeah. How do you say it, Gwen?
Say what?
Worcestershire sauce. Or Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce?
I mean, everybody says it differently. It's actually Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave. You know I'm sorry.
The good
Okay.
Oh,
You
yeah.
say a Worcestershire
Yeah,
sauce.
that's the good stuff. All right, we're going to put this away. Thank you for eating some jerky. I love it.
I love it too.
We got a lot of things we're working on here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
We were just at the Battlefield Bash, Gwen and
Yes, we were.
couldn't make it. Wish you could have. Wish you
Well,
were there.
look, dude, I was
Next
there in
year.
spirit.
Yep. Next year.
But look, man, I was there in spirit. I was doing digital marketing, trying to get people, to come to the booth. You
did a great job too, and thank you. I didn't get a chance to say thank you for that.
Oh, hey man, no problem, man. Dude, that's what partners do.
Yep.
We help each other out.
Absolutely.
So
behind the scenes, somebody come up and give me the free high five guarantee. I must have had 5 people come up and say, "Hey, I got a free high five coming from Chris," and I'm like, "Absolutely, here you go." Well, we gave him a good discount. We did the $15 a bag, 2 for $25, and we had 9 flavors. I don't know which flavor is your favorite. Gwen hasn't had the opportunity to see all the different flavors, but we had lemon pepper, we had mango habanero, we had ghost pepper. Can't be a haunted ghost company, a beef jerky company without ghost pepper.
Absolutely.
Pickle, whiskey.
Dude, the straight whiskey's pretty dope, man. That is fire.
And then sweet.
At first, it was like, when I tasted, I was like, it was an acquired taste in a way at first because I don't drink whiskey. Nevertheless, alcohol I should, but I don't. But yeah, like when I opened the bag, dude, just like that whiskey flavor just hits you out of nowhere. It's like, damn, but it doesn't taste like whiskey at all. It has this kind of sweet taste to it, but it's very, I can't really explain it.
The sweet taste to it is just brown sugar. So it's Maker's Mark whiskey. I'll disclose because I'm allowed to. It's Maker's Mark whiskey with brown sugar, some other proprietary spices like, I don't know. I don't think it was cayenne pepper. I think it was cayenne juice, just a little bit of cayenne juice. But then when we made the second batch, we tried it with a different whiskey that I can't disclose because I didn't sign a little waiver. But I liked it with the Maker's Mark the best. Not to plug Maker's Mark. I don't know what the rules are, Gwen, but we should reach out to them and ask them if they want to be a sponsor since they approved it. Maybe they can come on as a sponsorship and say, hey, just like maybe we can get Monster as a sponsor and get another sponsor.
Hey, man, that would be great to have Maker's Mark logo on our bags, on our labels.
Yeah, we'll put that down there so nobody won't get offended by anything we're saying here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I mean, hopefully my goal is to get some sponsors behind us so we can start doing some real haunts where I can come and actually visit all the different paranormal companies and do a Mr. and Miss Gourmet Snacks Presents a Haunted America series, which I'm hoping to film on All Access Network once I get the approval from the production company and from the producers and then from everybody from All Access. If we can get something going and we can get that on there, it will be a nice series. But, I want to do 20 episodes and then go from there and then see where it can go. But, a lot of great things we're working on. So, yeah.
No, we are. We're working on great things. Dude, like him and I, man, we're like 2 peas in a pod when it comes to like creativity, man. We're on the phone for hours just creating, coming up with new ideas and everything.
I rented a drawing board, so I'm actually drawing on my windows. My daughter was like,
Dad, why
are you drawing on everything? I have notepads everywhere, like pads of paper. My desk is a mess. I have different projects going on all at once, and I can't commit to one thing. My buddy Mike says I remodel every room at once, instead of just like, just work on one project and do it. So I have project boards. I have different folders to keep myself organized so I don't go crazy. And just work on it one day at a time. Just try to.
Yeah, I use a whiteboard to put all my stuff on, and so forth. And basically, I'm going to be using that pretty soon too to map out the future.
Yes, wherever that future takes us, right?
Absolutely.
Or will it be the haunted past?
No, absolutely. I mean, I do believe great things are going to happen for us that we can help people because that's what it's all about. It's about helping people. Right now times are hard. I mean, they say the economy's booming, the stock market's going up, and whoever's rich, they're getting money. We're not. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that this is just a way for everyone to, if you really care about your community, and want to do something great, Mr. Mustachio is the way to go. You know.
Oh
So,
yeah, oh, absolutely. I didn't know we were going with that, but yeah. So the purpose behind Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks is to give back to all communities, give back to everybody. Let the kids learn how to fundraise for programs. Parents can't afford to pay for hockey for 3 kids. It's expensive.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm a dad, but I have 2 children. Both of my kids play hockey. Now I wish they played on the high school level, but my daughter played in the high school team, sat on the bench most of the year because they don't play the freshmen; they play the seniors. So she wanted to play in a house league too. What are we supposed to do? Tell her, no, you can't play in a house league? Well, in the house league, she'll actually get the ice time and play. So it costs double. So what's a good way to get some of the cost absorbed? Well, Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks, whether it's lacrosse, whether it's soccer, whether it's cheerleading, football, baseball, school activities. We want to let these kids learn how to do something great and how to do something real. And money is real. Being able to count money, being able to give back change. Gwen, you had the privilege of meeting my daughter, Elena. What did you think about Elena and her skills behind selling snacks?
Honestly, I started in my parents' businesses when I was like 7 or 8, and she reminded me of me, knowing how it works. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Now
so she was very cool.
Normally with Elena, I let her keep all the tips. That's a given. She's there giving up her weekend to hang out with Dad. She gave up her friends, she gave up sports just for a weekend of fun, right? Now, she found this event for us with another mutual friend of ours, Stuart Watman, who invited us to come to this event. I wasn't going to do it. No, let's do it. It's paranormal. I'm used to gun shows. I'm used to fairs. I'm used to different venues, more of like a fair or a market where people come to the market and, spend their money. And, hey, have you tried this yet? I'm that guy, unfortunately. Hey, have you tried this yet? And whatever you're buying, I'm selling. Well, I always wanted to have my own products that were mine that people can then take on and then I gotta say hi to Brandon. What's up, Brandon?
Yep. What's up, Brandon? Hello, thank you for being on the show tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, so I always wanted to have these products that we could do and we could push and promote. And what better way to promote any business by saying, hey, let's do something amazing. Let's do something great. Let's teach the youth how to fundraise for themselves, make their own bank, and go from there.
Sorry about that.
What was that all about?
I don't know, man. It just fell.
Oh, what was it?
It was my phone thing that I
was it your Wizard of Oz poster?
No, I don't have one here, but there's one in storage.
Tell them the story of the Wizard of Oz.
Me?
Yeah.
Look, I am not the Wizard of Oz fan. My wife is the Wizard of Oz fan. She loves Wizard of Oz. I just started learning a little bit about it last year, Her dolls scare the fuck out of me, so, I don't even like to look at them. Thank God they're in storage.
So when I first met Chris, I didn't really know her that well. I met her through Gwen. I did a haunt with Gwen and with Lee Trenner Brown, and thank you for inviting me. I had some traumatic things happen that night, and I just didn't want to go home yet. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just wind down. Let's meet Chris. So Gwen introduces me to Chris. I'm a guest on her show, and thanks for having me on your show.
Oh,
and, we did a follow-up call, her and I was trying to explain to her the concept of Mr. Mustachios, but I wanted to explain it the way she would understand it. And me being a psychic medium that I am, learning how to, channel in and my abilities and proving that I have those abilities. One was how I met Lee. The other one was how I met Chris. Well, how I met Chris, when I explained it to her through Lee, when I did that one-on-one follow-up, I said, why don't you picture yourself like you're Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz? And the first person you meet is the Scarecrow. Then the next person you meet is the Lion. And then you're going off on an adventure and you're meeting people along the way. She stops me and goes, why do you keep saying The Wizard of Oz? I said, because I want to see it through your eyes. And she says, well, I'm staring at this Wizard of Oz poster while you're talking with me, and shows me on her wall, the Wizard of Oz poster. And I just thought that was kind of neat.
Oh, yeah, the tin one?
Channel into that without her even knowing that I was channeling into it. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it is, man.
Hated.
My mom, Vicky loves Wizard of Oz. Well, I say my mom because my mother's by her Wizard of Oz stuff. So her urn and so forth.
Is her urn the Emerald Castle?
No. It's like a $400 clock.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I wanted her to have the best. You know, so I put her in the clock, but she's ready to go to the next level, you know, of burial. So um, I don't want to talk too much about it because my family's very private.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. You don't need to talk about your private life.
I don't give a fuck about my private life. Like, you know, I mean, I can just tell y'all just a random, you know, like my life is getting better now.
Okay.
You know, people still suck. That's pretty much it.
But you're getting through it. You know, people can suck.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, give them some beef jerky. It'll be fine.
Absolutely. And drink a Coke and, you know, the whole world will go around, you know? Like, come on. I love beef jerky. I love this jerky. This jerky's really good, you know?
Yeah, no, thank you. I take a lot of pride and I put a lot of effort and work into it, but there is a whole team of people behind me that there's 3 different companies, of course, because I didn't choose just one, and I can't take all of the credit. You know, some of these flavors are mine, some of them aren't. Some of them I tweaked, some of them I didn't, some of them I adopted. One of my favorite flavors was the Jersey Devil until I got that letter from the New Jersey Devil saying I can't use that name. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't use the name the Jersey Devil? It's the coolest flavor I have. So I named it Sweet and Sour. Or not Sweet and Sour, Sweet and Hot. Because that's what it is. It's sweet and hot. Or Sweet and Savory, I think I named it.
No, Sweet and Spicy.
Sweet and Spicy, thank you. So I just made it simple, Sweet and Spicy. But I still like that name, the Jersey Devil. So here you have the Daredevil. And the Daredevil is from, you know, the Niagara Falls Daredevil Act, you know, and everything is the Daredevil Brewery or the Daredevil this, the Daredevil that. So that's where my theory came when I was naming that bag of brisket. And I wasn't thinking about New Jersey. I'm not from New Jersey. I'm nowhere near New Jersey. And I don't even like their team. I'm a Boston Bruins fan. So what do you do? Keep moving forward, right?
Look, man, I'm a New York. Hey, yes. I'm New York. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So
you get it.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. So, yeah. So anyway, going back to ideas and creativity, I mean, every day something new happens. Every day we have a new idea. Every day we have a new concept, or we're growing into a better direction. And that's really it. I made some bullet points, too, of things that, you know, we're working on. And one of them is a cartoon. You've made me and you both into a cartoon for the Dave and Chris show, which is going to be your talk radio show.
Dude, him was easy. Him was like really easy. It looks exactly like him. Me, man, look. Okay, I know I'm a unique looking motherfucker. Okay, I know that, you know. But shit, man, none of the avatars came out looking like me. That is like the closest. I mean, it's like cartoon. It's not even like surrealistic like his is, you know.
No, mine it's freaky. I'm gonna try to share it with everybody if I can. It freaks me out though. Like when you did mine, I'm like, did you pay somebody? Did you actually pull this off? But you did. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Of course I did.
Can you share it? I asked you guys a question. Did you put your destinations on here that could be live?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh man, look at him.
Is that coming through or no?
Yeah, it's coming through, man. It looks exactly like you. A little bit. You can't see you can't see your beard and all that, you know.
Well, I'll try to share it somehow.
Well, I don't have a cartoon. I have an action figure.
Oh, you have an action figure? Because that's kind of like what she made me was a bobblehead. You know?
Yeah. No, mine's an action figure. It comes in a pack and all. Yeah.
Oh, nice. No, I like that.
That's sweet. Yeah. I wouldn't even know what kind of action figure I would want to be. You know?
I don't know, but it would be kind of funny. Like maybe I should.
It would be funny.
The action figure challenge for the next show. You know, somehow go online, make our own action figures, come back. But I
can come up with ideas. You know, just like I remember when I was younger. I mean, like, look, I would have a head full of hair. I mean, big ass afro. Okay, and look, and I don't care what anyone says. With my complexion and freckles, okay, having an afro, and especially if I had braids, I would look homeless. Like, seriously, all I have to do is just go on the corner, have a cup.
I know.
and people are gonna feel sorry for me.
Start handing you money. They're like, hey,
And my hair's like a beacon. People are going to see it. They can't ignore it.
Would they clip money in your hair? Would they just like facet it in there?
Hey, you know what? I bet you I'd be a rich ass bitch if I did do that.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
And now I'm getting gray hair. I'm getting some strands, so that puts more persona on it. You know, a little scraggly.
I'm catching up.
Now, what she's not telling you is her hair is red.
Big hair. Say what?
Yeah.
Her hair's red.
Your hair is kind of red.
It is red, but
to see gray. That's kind of weird to see gray.
So it's unique. It's unique.
Look, I have red hair and I have shit brown eyebrows and shit brown eyes. Okay. Hey, what's up, Lee?
Hey, sis.
What's up, Lee?
My mother had these beautiful blue crystal eyes. Okay. My dad had these beautiful hazel brown eyes.
Oh, right.
And I got the shit brown eyes.
Yeah, I heard of my mom's eyes. My mom has brown eyes. I think my dad had greenish eyes, like greenish hazel. Mm-hmm. They weren't all green. They weren't all hazel. They were kind of a combination between.
Yeah.
My son actually inherited those features. He has hazel eyes. And my daughter comes from a long line of like a ring around her eye. So her eyes are blue, and she has this like orange ring around her eye. It's like the ring of fire. Her mom has it. Her grandmother has it. Her grandmother's mom had it. So there's at least 4 or 5 generations.
Hey, Sean.
How's it going, Sean?
Yeah, actually, that's how my eyes are too. But they're brown, but they have a blue ring around it on both sides. Yeah. And then I'm like, dude, am I getting cataracts? Or like, nah. My dad had this. My dad, even though he had, hazel brown eyes, he had the same thing. So, but you can't see it unless the sun is like right in my face.
Gotcha. No, I mean, hey, it makes sense. I mean, when the sun's in my face, my beard turns from white to red a little bit. So I get it. But yeah, absolutely. Change the subjects real quick. What are you guys reading lately? Anybody reading any good books?
What are you reading?
Lee's last book. So yes, I have. It's really good.
Oh, okay. I haven't checked out Lee's book, and I'll have to check that out next. Lee, you're the next on my list.
She's got like 8. So.
Okay. So in the paranormal world, we have Adam Shafts. Do you guys know who Adam Shafts is?
No, not offhand.
He's the Victorian historian. Now, Adam's written a few books. I'm on actually volume 2 right now of his books, and it's just books on history. His first publishing, I believe, was pre-1870, and I think his next book goes from 1870 to 1880, and it's just haunted facts, like different places and different things that have actually happened or been documented through history. And he's kind of like a curator throughout those stories, and it's really awesome read. I just picked the book up this past show when I saw him, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like neat, like hearing other people's versions of what they like to do, or seeing what they like to do.
We should definitely have him on.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. It's interesting to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do read and I don't read. I read shit that no one else reads. Okay, like
newspapers.
Oh. Yeah, like Project 2025 when I'm taking a shit. I read it. I'm learning stuff.
Yeah.
I read a lot of politics. Current events.
Yeah, I stay out of politics. That's
okay,
my one rule.
But also too,
be non-biased.
No.
I have to. I'm in sales. I can't be for or am I against anybody, right? If you're running for office, I have to be neutral. I have to be. I have to be neutral because I'm a gourmet snack company. I can't be a supporter of one way and then talk shit about another way, or have views a different direction and then not know what I'm talking about and get caught up in all that. So I like
to observe, and I like to look at both sides of the arguments.
I gotcha.
My thing is like, look, man, I won like first place in a lot of my debates when I was in high school because you had to research. You know what I'm saying? You had to find facts.
Yeah.
You had to support your facts. So when I'm like listening to, what's coming out, then man, I go and I try to research that stuff to see like what is what, who's who. Now I can't, I'm not gonna say I'm not emotionally involved in the sense of personally what's going on with me, through the things that are going on in America, but
Yeah.
but when in general, I try not to be biased on any situation. If you're in the right, you're in the right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But no, I do. But I do.
Right or wrong. I just like to keep a neutral. I mean, hey, it's fun to talk about. Everybody likes to talk crap about somebody. But
I believe that, William. I totally believe that.
I missed what he said. What he said.
He said politics, basically,
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Political crap will give you stomach cancer.
Very
Dude,
true.
I believe that.
That's a good.
It's like so much stress, so much stress that, we don't have to worry about. I mean, we do have to worry about, but in our own personal realm, we don't. There's this song that's by this Irish singer. His name is Mick Flannery. If you ever have a chance, listen to him and Susan O'Neill. They really have like they're great songwriters, And so there's one song, it's called "Fuck Off," and I love it.
I have.
He's like, "Fuck off, world. Fuck off, politics. I want to walk whatever. I want to walk, in the woods with a stick. I want to sit.
Yeah, it's better.
I want to sit by a creek and yeah. And to me, that type of music is just that's honest, profound music to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, see, look, you're gonna have to look, Gwen. Him and I, we have ADHD. I know you do too.
Gwen? I don't think Gwen does. We were all talking about that too, just trying to stay on subject, trying to see who gets off subject first, me or you. Lee Trotter won the bet. You did, not me. So I said, hey, I'm going to be the one who breaks the character first and, starts talking about like stars and stripes and this and that. But she called it, said you were going to do it. I'm like, no, not my friend Chris. No way, not Chris. But it happens.
You guys realize I trained myself to. I have trained myself. When I was a medic, I couldn't get off. I had to stay with it. So caffeine is my deal. It helps me.
Oh, no, caffeine's great. I mean, I try not to drink too much coffee at night because I'll be up all night. I'm one of those people that have a book next to my bed to write in. Like not a journal, but like an idea book or an idea catalog. I don't sleep at night. I'm up all hours just coming up with ideas, being creative. And then sometimes I'll nap. Like if I come home, I'll take a nap. I'll get right back to work and work on a different project. But there's so many different things to figure out and work on, so you just got to stay organized. And staying organized is key, Chris O'Toole.
Hey, look, I'm somewhat organized, but I'm the same way. I'm the same way like you are. I just, I'm constantly creating ideas. Even when I sleep, man, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Wait, let me write this down. And sometimes I fall in that rabbit hole. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, we
all fall in the rabbit hole.
We all do.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't. Besides, I mean, think about it. All these podcasters I have, it's like herding cats. So it keeps my brain busy.
No, I mean, structure is key, right? So, some great friends of mine always told me that I'm the best at almost anything I want to sell. If I take a product, I'm the best at it. But why am I the best at it? Because I can relate to people. I can bring myself down to their level and say, hey, maybe this idea is better than my idea. And it's not always about whose idea it is. It's whose idea could work, right? And sometimes you have to step back and say, hey, Gwen, your idea is better than mine. I think we should roll with it. And it takes a lot of pride and a lot of effort to go backwards and say, or to even just be humble to say, okay, we're a team or we're a group and where can we go next with this? And I always say that you're going to go better if you grow together. So you could be a sole proprietor, you could work on your own, you could be a single person, but if you're in a group and you actually have group goals, you can actually accomplish way more if you're organized.
No, absolutely.
Mountains, really. So. Yeah, other than that, there was a couple of things I did want to bring up because we were at the Battlefield Bash this weekend. The Battlefield Bash was great. It was amazing. We're going to talk a little bit about like people we saw there, things
so many
doing.
people.
Yeah, some collabs that we came up with, some ideas on. This Haunted America series that I want to get on going, that I want to get the storyline behind. There is a haunt that I want to check out that's locally. That's at the Wildwood Sanitarium in Salamanca. I didn't realize how close they were to me, Salamanca, New York, and Buffalo. It's like a 40-minute drive.
Oh, wow.
While the weather's still nice, get the convertible out, go drive down there and see if I can go check them out and see what they're all about. Just to try to do local stuff first, maybe to get going. It doesn't have to be crazy where I fly up to Houston and then we get to the point where we're not really sure like what direction we go in or what kind of shows we go on. My thing is let's get organized. Let's find out who's where, map everybody out, and see who wants to be in it for the next segment or the next segue.
Yeah, I mean, like here, it's more of the locations. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily houses. It's just like the land.
Grave sites could be this, could be that. That would be fun too. Just no flashlights. Go for a walk. Bring your stuff together.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining us, Kathy. Thanks for saying hi.
You.
We were just talking about haunt ideas and just raw form, or maybe just go and visit like different places or different groups of people just to say hi, see what they're up to, and make an adventure out of it and put them on a podcast. With us two knuckleheads.
Well, Dave, I'm telling you, over here in Baytown, and I mean, Gwen knows, and a lot of people who watch my show know where I used to live at. That place is haunted, and it's the island, goes all the way down the coastline. All that used to be old plantation and so forth. So, there's a lot of crazy stuff, and they don't have a problem communicating with you. You can hear them walking up to you in the grass and so forth. Like when it comes to like ITC, I mean, it's like you're talking to a real person, and so in the documentary of Haunted Old Belle Prairie, I allowed them to tell their story, through ITC and so forth. So over there, it's really haunted, and I mean, they don't have a problem letting you know they exist, but at the same time, don't think you're not going to bring something home with you either.
Oh, I hope not. I try to smudge myself before I go back in the house.
Whether
it's cannabis or sage, I try to smudge myself.
Yeah, I mean, I try to stay away from there as much as possible. Because it's just like when I go over there, I bring something back with me, and then it just, it's a pain. You know what I'm saying? For a week or so, and all
Chris,
that.
do you ground and shield yourself? Because I know we've talked about it, but I don't remember what your process is.
Okay,
do you ground and shield yourself before you go?
Yes, I do when I know I'm going over there. But when I was driving for Uber, I didn't know I would be going over there. So it's kind of hard to do that when I'm trying to drive and everything. So I just get them and get out. But I don't know. I just like spirits just like to hang out with me. I don't understand. I guess I'm that cool. I don't know.
As long as the spirits have voices in your head, that's good, right?
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So, but at the same time, I do appreciate spirit being there because spirit has helped me help other people.
Oh, absolutely.
Through loss, grief and loss. Also too, people trying to find clues of missing persons, trying to find some type of closure. So, even people who've lost loved ones, like from homicides and everything. And I work basically with the family, do I work with PD? No. I mean, because everything I do is admissible in court, unless there is something that they say where you can find physical evidence to support that. But I do believe, even with spirit being a part of science, and it is, we just can't connect those two things, to call it that. But I do believe with like intertrans communication, especially cerebral intertrans communication, that I developed, that it will help people. You know what I'm saying? That it help the medical field, because what you're doing is you're working with frequencies, you're working with your brainwaves, and like I said before, like if spirit can know what our internal thoughts are, right? And all that, how can we reverse that process? And I did. But you can tap into other people's consciousness, through frequencies, and I really believe that these are the frequencies that are developed by spirit, because they're on a different wave frequency than we are, correct? We live in different dimensions. Just like I said before, just like you always heard the saying, if these walls can speak, walls can speak. Structures can tell you a story. I mean, that's why they're haunted, because you have residual energy that's up in structures, So if you go to your grandma's house and it felt really good there and you had a great time growing up and you feel home every time you go there, you're feeling the residual energy of laughter and love that's absorbed into the walls. You go to a place where there was a lot of abuse, domestic violence, maybe someone losing their life because of it in a house, in a structure. That's residual energy too that's absorbed into that. So that being said, with residual energy, that's why like the Havla Nicola would be great to use it in locations, where a murder had taken place or homicide, because the fact that it can pick up the residual energy that's there. Residual energy cannot lie. It has no intelligence.
Yeah, you guys know more about that than I do. I mean, I'm kind of new to the haunting and to the energies and the spirits, and I mean, I'm not new to spirits. Don't get me wrong. I mean, again, right. I've always, I have feelings, and when I have one of those feelings, I share it with somebody, and then they look at me and they're like, "How did you know?" And I had a few of those this past week. I've had a few conversations with folks where I'm just talking with somebody, and I'm like, why are you reserved about a book you want to write? And they're like, "How do you know about this book that I want to write?" And I'm like, well, because I have that feeling that you're just sitting back thinking, what if I did this? What if I did that? Will I be judged? No, you won't be judged. If it's your book and you want to write it and the topic is interesting, people will read it. If it's not interesting, people won't read it. But you're never going to know unless you put yourself out there. And you're never going to know, even if you have spiritual energy, if you don't say, Gwen, I don't really know you that well, but I feel this. And just say how you feel and say what you feel. Maybe that message might come out where it's the truth. Maybe you're trying to feel it. You're trying to say it, but you don't know the right avenue to take to say it. And that's how spirit works with a lot of folks. And they just don't realize that they have that energy, that ability, that gift that you have, Chris. I mean, it's quite evident that, you are very spiritually connected.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So is Lee. So is Gwen. I mean, that's what draws me to the three of you, that you're all real people and you have real feelings and you care about everybody. You don't want anybody's families to be hurt. You don't want other families to, be neglected. You put other people in front of you, so you put your feelings last.
And well, I mean, that's how I was raised, like with my step parents, they always put others first. I can't even tell you a time where I've never seen my step parents ever put themselves first. I remember this lady, her name was Miss Corrigan. She lived across the street. Her husband died, so my dad would go out there twice a week, mow her yard, fix anything that needed to be done. My mom would make her food and he would bring it over there every day. And then come to find out, she needed a medication to save her life. If she didn't have this medicine, she would die. And so Medicaid said, hey, well, in order for you to get this medicine, you're going to have to sell your property that you have, off the Gulf Freeway, which is like mega money, And she said no, because she wants to give that to her grandkids, when she passes away. So she refused to do it. My parents paid $800 a month for her medication out of pocket, so she would be alive. But also, too, my parents have, donated money, to charities and churches and all that, So, but it was always instilled in me that you always give, you know, less to receive, and the best gift is giving. Nothing tops that.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, working with you, being your partner with Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks, I just feel that I can still, continue my mother's dream, of her, being a philanthropist. And when we get to that point, I'm going to do the same thing in her name,
We
and
talked about that. Yep.
no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm absolutely for it. And we haven't even met everybody yet. We still have so many more people to meet along this journey. Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks isn't a one-person operation. It's not a two-person operation. I mean, it takes a team to build this vision that I have, and we're going to be meeting many people along the way. I mean, we're going to be changing a lot of lives. I mean, think about that. You have people all over the place that I've met all over the country that say to me, Dave, I don't know what I'm going to do for an income. Dave, I'm from the fairs, and our numbers are down because the economy's down. What do we do when the economy's down? And I just say to them, don't worry, just have faith. If you can believe in yourself and you can believe in the dream will happen. But if you can't believe in the dream and you can't take time to take that next step or next plunge, then just, you do you worry about what you need to do. Don't worry about my goals and my feelings and my business. If you're not ready to jump on board, then maybe we're not ready to have you yet. You need to decide what you want to do and when you want to come on board. And we're going to meet many people that are going to want to be on this journey with us. And as responsible adults, we're going to make sure that we give them what they need, the fundamentals to be able to raise money, to go to schools, to go meet with different corporations or different organizations and say, hey, I represent Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks. We want to be the game-changing fundraiser that comes in to help save your school or save your organization or save your program, because there's really no programs that are like this. There's fundraisers, but not on this level, because we're giving back to I meant to say multiple different organizations. Like my organization is the Kids Variety Show and Camp fundraiser. My cousin Dan's is, kids fighting cancer, which we've been doing a lot for children escaping cancer. Gwen might have a different one where it's Save Pets or Save Animals. You might have one where it's, let's help the elderly with a soup kitchen. We don't know where we're going to be and where we're going to help until we meet all those other characters and all those players in this game, because in every town and every city, there's a different need, right? So does it have to be a fundraiser for my plan? No, not at all. We could do multiple different things and donate money everywhere.
And
donate money. I don't want to say it that way. We're going to allow people to fundraise who need money. We're going to teach them. We're just going to give them the tools to raise the money they need and show them how to do it themselves instead of doing it for them. That was my goal.
Yeah, and and where we can be utilized the most is, especially with schools and all that are really taking a financial hit of not having enough money for school lunches and all that. I mean,
here, our kids don't pay for school lunches. Rich, poor, black, white, yellow, green, in New York State, all children eat. They get a breakfast in the morning, whether if they want to go to breakfast. If they don't have to. But if they want to go to school early and go to breakfast, it's free. When they get time for lunch, they don't have to pay for it. Lunch is provided.
Well, I mean, we had that here, but that's going to be taken away.
Let's fight to keep it going. Let's not take it away. Why don't we, do something we can do and, educate
exactly. That's
the area.
Exactly. Because in the state of Texas, the whole school system is changing, since now, every state is independently, doing their education. So now, since we have parent choice, children who want to go to private school, they get $30,000 per student. Students who want to go to public school, they only get $6,000 per student. And it goes by an absenteeism. So if they miss too many days, then they don't get all that money, for that student.
Yeah, retention. I read about
Right, right. Which that really hurts the school, especially if like a kid has COVID or sick, whatever the case may be, some type of, family issues.
It was like that when I was in the National Guard. We used to have to go to when we would go to the armory to do our weekly meetups, we would have to, whether we ate or not, we had to go down to the mess hall, sign our social security number down on the paper, whether we ate there or not. If we wanted to go down to Burger King and walk down and get our own food, you still had to sign up at the mess hall. And I guess it's volume speaks numbers. And if volume speaks numbers and then they see, what kind of numbers they're dealing with, then they get funded for that amount of food. So same thing with kids, retention. When you go to the school lunch monitors or the lunch ladies, which my own mother, God bless her, when I was a youth growing up, my mom was a lunch lady. She was a manager for the Keleher High School's cafeteria, and she was a business manager for the Catholic diocese. After that, for several years, retired to the church. But when she started her career, she was a lunch lady, and she moved her way all the way up to the top. And then kept going and kept going and kept going, and then made sure every child ate. She had a huge thing about that. Where, I remember. Who remembers government cheese? You remember the government boxes? So
I've heard of, yeah.
I'm a baseball card collector. So now for me, I have these boxes. It's crazy because I'm sorting through them now from when I was a kid. Unfortunately, my dad passed away, and I do miss him dearly. And the one thing that he did leave me was a cool legacy, which was all the baseball cards that him and I collected as when I was a kid. I almost said as kids, but he wasn't a kid. He was an adult. But, I mean, that was the one thing that him and I had in common was collecting baseball cards. And I would use the cheese boxes that my mom would get from the school because, the cafeterias, they would have all empty boxes. And I would say, hey, can you save me some? Because the baseball cards fit in there perfectly. And I would be able to collect my cards. So we all got our cool government cheese stories, but that one's mine.
Hey, Raven.
Hey, Raven.
Hi, Raven. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Raven's coming to the network also, you guys.
Oh, yeah. Raven's new to the network.
She's coming to the network soon, yes.
Congratulations. We love to have you.
Absolutely.
Love to have you. Yeah, great things are going to happen. Great things are going to happen to people.
Well, great things are happening. Yeah, they are absolutely happening slowly. That's all. Yes. I mean, we can only do what we can do to keep moving forward and unite and, talk about that, talk about unity, talk about, things that we can change, things that we have the power to change. And that's friendships, right? Relationships, opportunities and progress. If you don't have those things, you can't progress to the next step. So
absolutely
several opportunities for a lot of families, as we grow and as we move forward. Yeah.
No, absolutely. I feel that, God always puts you in a place, at the right time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
I was just looking at earlier. That's crazy you said that. All right. What was that? It was Highway to Heaven where Michael Landon and his partner, what was his co-host's name? He was also on we look forward to getting to know you too.
Absolutely. Man, I can't remember. It's been so long, but I remember
he had the beard, and they would do this thing where he was on
yes.
Was he a black dude or was he a white dude?
Oh, he was a white guy, of course. He was his best friend throughout life too. So, and they were best friends through life. When Michael Landon died, he was heartbroken over it. But they had Highway to Heaven, and they would just end up in families' lives right when they needed them the most. And I always think of myself too, like an accident. I'll show up at a gas station, and all of a sudden, there's somebody sitting in the car next to me, and they have their head down, and they can't start their car. Well, I have a jumper box in my truck, and I only went to the gas station to buy a lottery ticket for no reason. And I feel like I had to stop there at that moment to buy that lottery ticket to get that scratch off. No, I'm not addicted to scratch offs. I'm not one of those people that have to buy a scratch off, but it came to my head, hey, stop and pick up a scratch off real quick. So I did. Next thing you know, I look over and I see somebody, and they look at me and they're like, I know you. And I'm like, no, you don't. And then they start naming people that I know. And I'm like, oh, man, this is so-and-so's great aunt that knows me from Facebook. And she says, how did you know to stop here? And I said, I didn't. I just had a feeling. Pop your hood. Let me give your car a jump start. Make sure you get home safe. But it's just weird things like that always happen to me throughout my life that happens often and more often than not. And my kids laugh too. They're like, you do a lot of crazy, awesome stuff for everybody. You're too nice, or, or you do this or you do that, and you're just a cool guy. But I try to be. They dubbed me as Uncle Fun. I don't know. Who knows?
Uncle Fun.
Uncle Fun. That's what all the kids call me. My nieces, nephews, or Mr. Dave.
Mr. Dave.
Uncle Fun. It's Mr. Dave.
Uncle Fun or Mr. Dave.
The local crew here in town. All of my friends, kids, and everybody.
The crew. Listen to him. He's got a crew. All right. You guys, we got about 5 minutes.
Well, who can we give shouts out to? Let's give shouts out to everybody. Let's give shouts out to Lee. Let's give shouts out to everybody who's watching tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If it wasn't for
there are people that don't chime in. Here we go. Richter French was Michael Landon's co-star. Okay,
French.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That was going
to
bother.
Sean.
I was going to go on my internet after we left and find out for the next episode.
That's what I was trying to do as we were talking.
But they did a lot of great things together, and they had organizations, and they did a lot for families, and they did a lot for feeding people. And it wasn't just a TV series. Behind the scenes, they did a lot of stuff for the communities and for the public. And a lot of that went away when Michael Landon died. And most folks didn't even realize it. I remember watching a documentary on him. So that's the only reason why I know more about it than anything. But anyways, what were we going to give a shout out to? There was one important thing. Is it okay if I do a plug for an event?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, only because I promised somebody that I would. So I don't know if you guys can see this at all, or if it's upside down.
The Parajam.
The Parajam. Here, does that help? No, that doesn't help.
Oh, wish you'd have told me. I
You
would
put
have
it
just
close
downloaded
to your
it.
titty, maybe.
The Parajam.
If you take off your background for just a minute, you can show it, and it won't be so bad.
Off. Oh, I remember how.
Well, yeah.
Visual effects. How's that?
You in the prison yard, Dave?
I'm in the prison yard, guys. Listen, this is where I work out, I pump iron, and then I go to relax in my day spa house. I was going to put the strip club up. One of my buddies had a picture. He would do podcasts, and he had a picture of Alexander's Strip Club from Tonawanda. And we'd always be laughing, like, how do you have a photo of Alexander's behind you? Who's stripping, who's pole dancing in the background? So anyways, I'm upstairs in my room, so that's why I always put the thing up, just because my office is upstairs. But anyways, the Parajam. So
if you can send me a copy of that.
Well, tell them when it is, because you can't see it well.
So the Parajam is going to be, the first annual Parajam is going to be November 1st from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it's going to be at the orphanage in Gettysburg. And it's going to be hosted by Black Lantern Paranormal and the Ghostly Images of Gettysburg. Mm-hmm. So sorry if I butchered that. It's just it's hard to see up here too. I don't have glasses on. I do wear glasses, but I wanted to give them a plug just because, again,
I actually met them this weekend with all the people.
Oh, really cool.
This is my third year.
Hey, let's have them on. Let's whatever. Like, I would love to have them on. If you can reach out to them, Gwen.
Yeah.
If they want to come on our show,
I can reach out to them.
I was already going to one of the shows. So
okay. Yeah. Hook me up, Big Mama. Hook me up. Well, I mean, you're not a big mama.
We're gonna do more shows together. If I could be a local or a regular on your Outkast Pirate Radio.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to be a regular, I understand.
I'm going to try to be. It's just
you're supposed to be a regular co-host. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to try to be. I'm going to try to be a regular co-host, but I'm going to have to drop the Mr. Mustachio's background and go with the Alexander.
You don't even need a computer.
Well, I just mean the next time we do this, I want to.
You don't even have to have a computer to do it.
I told him, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's just do something different. Like, go to the bar.
Do the bar. So I want to do a picture of the bar.
And like, let's talk to some drunk people, and just have a good time.
I want to go live and do that. Like, actually, what show was that did that?
You can never go wrong with drunk people. There's always going to be a laugh somewhere, or somebody's going to be crying, or, you just like, okay, well, they're too much in their feelings.
Both.
We're going to let them go. If they go and say how much they love you. I mean, we can go in so many directions with this.
We could. We could go to our local Walmart and ask people questions about history and see what they know. I'm not scared. I want to know what people know.
That would be sad.
I hate to
say. What color is the White House?
That would be sad.
What color is the White House?
People are gonna kill me.
What color is the White House?
I'm gonna probably lose a lot of viewers right now. I don't have that many. I'll probably lose them all when I say this. But look, man, this is what I've learned over 8 years. Okay, there's a lot of stupid people in this world. They can be smart. Look, you can have intelligence. You know what I'm saying? You can make the most innovative thing on this earth. But there's still stupidity that just runs, you know, and you just wonder why. And I'm one of those people too. I'm not gonna lie, you know.
Well, we all are.
I've drank some stupid Kool-Aid before. I admit it, you know. But that makes it even more better because then you don't know what the hell is gonna come out of their mouth, you know, when we talk about history. So I think you're on. I think you're right on.
Well, I used to love Drunk History. That's why, you know, give everybody.
I love Drunk History. So I used to watch that.
You know, tell them a story and this and that. And my daughter always tells me I should be a comedian just because I do just the silliest, dumbest things. I rolled down my window yesterday and asked somebody directions to Burger King, and it was right behind them, and they didn't know how to tell me. And I'm like, how do you get to Burger King? You know, just messing with them. Oh, my goodness. They were standing like, you can see Burger King like a block away. I'm like, do I go that way? I'm like, I don't know where I'm not from here. And I pretend I'm not from here.
Well, we're not going to Burger King, but we are ending this show. Thank you so much, Dave, for being on the show tonight. And hopefully we'll have many more. We'll have some crazy times. Thank you, Gwen. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Have a great one. And please see Nate Dogg on the next segment. He's badass. And buy some beef jerky.
Beef jerky. Mr. Mustachio's Gourmet Snacks.
Lemon pepper is the bomb. And once you want to slap your mama when you eat it. Like, that's my favorite. Look, man, I had to do the Mexican two-step when I was like, damn, it's so good. You know, like, it's really good. It's really good.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
All right. Good night.
All right, good night, everybody.